This series that I am in right now, speaking about the light of God, it's really important that you grasp it. And I'm on purpose going to take my time with it, right? Please don't get bored, right, from it. Try to grab all the juice you can out of it. Anyone ever made your own orange juice before? No, not out the carton. Like you slice an orange. Squeeze it, right? Or every morning when you wake up and you make that lemon ginger tea for yourself. Right? I know, I'm speaking in tongues, I know. But you cut that lemon and you squeeze all that juice. And mix it with that ginger you just boiled the other day. And you let that detoxify your system. You want to know anything about it, just give me a call. So what I want you to do with this lesson today, I'm be a little more methodical. So if you're taking notes, write it down. I'm going to give you about 7 key points today. I want to start with saying that none of us know everything. We don't. And what we do know is a product of our education, our learning, and our experiences, and being around people who know. How many can understand what I'm saying? So even in your life, if you have not been around people that know and understand spiritual things, you can start today. And just by being in this house, you can start to get the understanding of spiritual and supernatural things. Do I have your attention this morning? I had recently gave this series a title, The Light of the World. But I'm going to do something that I never do. I'm going to change the title of the series mid-series. And I want to call it Turn on the Lights. Anybody remember that old 70s song? I wish I could remember who sang it. My wife already know what I'm getting ready to say. If I knew some of it, I'd sing a little bit, but I don't even know it. Was it Teddy Pendergrass? And he came, boy, I wish I had a clip of that right now. Well, he said, turn off the lights. Oh, wait a minute, my wife know the rest of it. She said, I ain't know that part. Light a candle. So we don't want the lights off today. You can do that later. What we want to do is turn the lights on in your life. And you said, Pastor, my lights are already on. Well, they may be partially on. Okay? But we want to make sure it's turned on all the way. Amen. Do I have your attention this morning? Amen. Have you ever read in the Bible, and I'm just prefacing all this to get us focused here. Have you ever read in the Bible where it talks about light and darkness? Amen. Remember that in the Bible? Yeah. That's what we're talking about right here. Amen. Darkness means you have no ability to see. Light means you have the ability to perceive, see, and understand. Amen. Okay? Why would a person, for the first time, take meth and use it and get high? Is it because they are a bad person? No. Is it because something is wrong with them? No. It is because they had the inability to see what would happen to them. Not that minute, but they couldn't see what would happen to them 10 years from now. Amen. Everybody with me, right? Everybody's okay. Amen. Y'all with me now? What I want to help us with, yes, you know a lot, but you don't know everything. Amen. If you knew everything, your bank account will be sitting fat right now. stacks on stacks. You would be doing Instagram posts with your money laid out, doing a selfie. Somebody say, I have a lot to learn. All right, so now I'm going to go somewhere, right? I'm going to go somewhere. So, John chapter 8, are you there? Last week, I preached about in John chapter 8, I'm not going to read it, but John chapter 8, verse 1 through 11. The religious leaders brought a woman to him that was caught in adultery. Somebody said it's a bad thing. They wanted to stone her and kill her because she had sinned. Y'all remember this from last week? Jesus said to them, he said, those of you that don't have the sin or have a sin or have not sinned, he said, you be the first one to cast a stone. You remember? Amen. You remember that everybody walked away from the oldest to the youngest. They all left. Amen. Right? Because they did not want their sin exposed. Right? Amen. So let me pick up from where I ended last week. The Pharisees who were pronouncing judgment on the woman were themselves walking in darkness. What does it mean to walk in darkness? It means not to have the ability to see. Right. Let me ask you the question. Are you in darkness today or are you in light? If you can't see 5 to 10 years from now, then you are probably in darkness. And that's why I'm teaching you this message so that you can come in the light. Some people say, well, I have Jesus, so I'm in the light. Yes, you have light in you. Now you need to turn it on. Once you turn it on, then you can see your money, your house, your car, your family. You can see your child 5 years from now, so you know what to do in year 1. Wake up with me. How do you know what to do in year 1 if you don't see year 5? Am I talking to the right people? Before my son ever showed up, my wife saw him in a dream, and she told me about him. Come on, somebody. We planned this boy out the best we could. When he was a little baby, we put keyboards in front of him, drums in front of him, Bibles in front. Oh, come on, am I talking to the right people? It was no mystery to us when all of a sudden he's sitting there in the church and just playing for the Lord and worshiping God and carrying the service for us. It was no mystery for us, y'all. We started that at year 1, baby. So by the time we got to year 12 or 13, we're reaping the benefits of it. All right, but wait. That just didn't happen. Am I talking to the right people? That was planned. We planted so at a certain point we could eat. How did we know to do that? The lights are on. When the lights are on, you can see. The brighter your light, the more and further you can see. And if you can't see, you can't plan for the future. Why do I invest money now? I invest money now for the future. So the Pharisees and Sadducees were judging the woman based on limited vision. Based on darkness. I said it last week, I'll say it again. Stop judging people because you really didn't see everything. You only saw a part. Watch this. They were in darkness not only because of their sin, but because of their inability to see and make proper judgment. You may be the man of your home, but you may actually be in darkness. Okay, that didn't go well. You may be the woman in your home, but you may actually be in darkness. You say, "How, Pastor, help me. How can I tell?" Okay, women, close your ears. Men, if you don't know what y'all are doing next, you in darkness. Men, if you don't know how we paying the electric, how we paying the water, how we paying the lights, how we doing this, how we doing that, you may be in darkness. You may be a good brother, but you may be in darkness. And your woman needs you to be in light. All right, women, open your ears. The Pharisees failed to see their sins were worse than the woman's. They were, in essence, walking in darkness. First scripture, go with me to John chapter 12, 8, verse 12. John chapter 8, verse 12. I wish we could spend 3 hours today, but don't worry, we're going to let you go in 9 minutes. John chapter 8, verse 12. Oh, can I tell you something that the Lord told me to remind you of? And I'm going to stick it in one of the sermons, but I'm going to say it today. The Lord told me yesterday, he said, son, don't forget to tell them, whenever you get around people of light, you always start to see better. He said, son, tell them, when you get around people who see, all of a sudden you start seeing things you never saw before. Because their light helps your light turn on and you see better. So does it matter who I'm around? Oh, yes, it matters. Because if you're around people who have spiritual insight, your light starts to turn on. Oh, you got a lot of knowledge already. But when you're around people who have more light, your light increases and you see more. They help you connect the dots of what you already know. Okay, John 8 and 12, are you there? Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Okay, it's a lot of words in there. Somebody says a lot of words in there. And a lot of times we just breeze over them. But can we take a minute? Amen. Jesus said to them, it's right here in your Bibles, I am the light of the world. What does that mean? I know what we normally think it means. It means, okay, he saves us, he brings light into my heart, and I feel good. Maybe a little bit. Okay? A light. He says, I am the light of the world. In other words, he says, when I shine on it, then you really see. Amen. All the other lights are not real lights. They let you see what they want you to see. Amen. But Jesus says, I am the light. He says, I'm coming to illuminate. Amen. And everybody's like, yeah, that's right, because we need to see everybody's sin. No, not sin. He's coming to illuminate everything so you can see how to pay your water bill. Amen. He's coming to illuminate so you can see how to lead your family. Because if your father wasn't there, how are you supposed to do it? You don't know. Amen. Come on, everybody. If your father was not there, you don't know. Yes. How can you learn? You learn from other men who are in light, but you learn as God turn the light on for you. Jesus said, I'm the light of the world. That means he wants to turn the light on in the world, and he did. Then he throws in the word, the next part, he says, he that followeth me, those who follow me will not walk in darkness. So he's shining a light, but everybody don't get it. He said, if you follow me, then it works. Okay, this is the way it works. The light of God is shining to the earth. It's like a shadow around you until you receive him. When you receive him, the light of God comes in you. It's called the life of God. Now it starts to illuminate your life. Family, money, car, jobs, all of that. It starts to illuminate it, right? Now you can see. He says, now, if you follow me, he says, you're going to be able to see. Now, if you're not following him, the light of God is not shining like it should be. Therefore, you won't see. Therefore, in your life right now, you may have a lot of questions. You told God you know you're not anything. You've done the best you could and you still messed up. And now you get up and God is all you got. And the light now shines and your eyes are open and you start seeing things you never saw. And sometimes you want to tell God, I'm not worthy. But he tells you, don't say I'm not worthy because it's not you. He says, it's my light shining in you. Somebody say, I want the light turned on. If you let God turn a light on in you, he'll show you where $100,000 is right now. And it's been waiting for you for 10 years. But drugs, alcohol, and hip hop clouded your mind so you could never see. He said, I'm the light of the world. 2 minutes. He that follows me, follow me. You shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life.